What up guys, Saint Lone Star here, and today we're talking about just basic flight mechanics, mouse and keyboard, key bindings, that sort of thing. Just want to, I see a lot of people in the PU talking about how do I do this, how to do that, so I just thought I'd throw a little video out there of, hey, this is how you do it. So a new citizen for the stars dropped yesterday from Star Citizen's YouTube channel. I think it's great. I think it's great that they acknowledge people in the community and those stars that are really throwing content out there on YouTube and other social media devices to just how they just take time out of their day to say thanks. I think that's really awesome. We're still in 2.6. We're waiting on 2.6.1 to come out. The mic might sound a little bit different. I got a new headset from Plantronics. My 930s were crapping out, still on a warranty, so I went and grabbed these. We'll give them a whirl. We'll see how long they last. If not, I'll trade them in and go get some new ones. What else? I think that's it. So let's get on with the basics of flight and things like that. So to get into your ship, this is like being at Port Hollister. Right now I'm in the electronic access. I'm just in the free flight. So you'd walk up to your ship here, and I've already dropped the bag. This is my Avenger Titan. This is the cargo variant of the Avenger. This is how I plan on making a little bit money starting out in the beginning. So you'd walk up, hit F to get into your ship. So with this one you actually have to walk into the back. You gotta find the sweet spot on closing this guy. There it is. It's the strut. Hopefully this doesn't bug out on me. Yeah, there we go. So the little sleeping quarters, let's put that away. And then let's get in the cockpit. I don't want to get in the bed, I want to get in the cockpit. There we go.
Combat assist activated.
So just starting out, let's look at our HUD here.
Systems
on the left, this one right here is going to talk about your thrust percentage. So the more you boost up, the higher that's going to go. The lower, obviously, the lower. This little box here that says pre, you're in pre-flight mode, or I call it your landing mode. It's just going to put you at a precision speed. It's only going to let you go, let's say, 50 meters a second. It's just a lot more acute ability to steer and change things. Okay, so down here, obviously, it's the thrust percentage. It's kind of weirding out right now, and then it's letting me know my landing gear's down. Over on the right hand side, this is how much quantum fuel I have. These are some different functions that you can turn on and off. The big ones I want to talk about is the automated. That's going to tell you that you've engaged automatic landing or not. This down here is coupled, and we'll go over coupled in a minute, and G-Safe. And what G-Safe does is it puts a little safety measure in there so it keeps you from passing out. You can still pass out, but it's really hard. And then above all that is your countermeasures, flares and chafs, and we'll talk about how to interact with those in a minute. And then just looking around the ship, you've got a couple of displays, and so to free look in your ship, you hold Z to look around. Pretty awesome. Then to interact with your screens, you're going to hold Z and hit S. And right here it looks at my weapons. Right now all I have on here is my Tiger Strike, and you can set which group, what missiles are loaded. I have a size 2, I have 2 ignite missiles, power settings, shield settings, and then targets in my area. And then as I'm still holding down Z, you hit W. This is my radar. I can hit D and scooch over here and change this screen. I prefer it to be my damage control. As things start to get hit, things will start changing colors, as well as you can see your shields. And then I like my target being over there. And then just let go of Z and you'll come back to here. If you double tap Z, it's going to give you free look. Just tap Z again and it'll bring you back. So let's get to flying. You're going to hit spacebar to lift up.
Launch complete.
Get a safe distance away from the pad, and then you're going to throttle up by pressing W. And we're away from the pad. And let's stop by pressing S to 0%. To strafe left is A, obviously. Right is D. Roll Q, left. Roll right E. Pretty self-explanatory. To go up, space. To go down, Control. So let's talk about heading. Okay, so as we thrust up 1%. So at 5%, see this little box that popped up? This is your movement heading icon. What that does is tell you what direction your ship is flying at in space. Remember, in space, there's no, as soon as you go one direction, you have to reverse thrust or change thrust vector to go a different direction. So as we strafe right, my heading is that way. Or if I strafe left, my heading is over there. Or if I go up, or if I go down. To recenter this, just go forward. And while you're in coupled mode, while coupled is highlighted, it will automatically, as you're moving forward, it will automatically counter thrust and bring you back. Okay? So forward, backwards, left, right, roll. They try to make these the same controls as if you were on foot, and these are the same controls if you're EVAing. Okay, another icon I want to talk about is this little circle thing moving around with my ship as my nose of my ship moves. Right now I have gimbaled weapons on, and so my Tiger Strike on front is gimbaled, and as I hold down the trigger, it will move with my mouse as I move around the screen. I prefer to fly fixed, or my weapon's locked to my nose. And so I'm going to hit right Alt and J, and that's going to fix the weapon to whichever direction my nose is going. That's the way my weapons are going to shoot. Okay, so we did throttles. So let's talk about our different modes. We're in pre-flight. We're going to tap N, and we're going to go to space combat mode. This is where you're going to get your normal flight speed. So my Aegis Titan's 165 meters a second. And then if you want to boost, you're going to hit shift. And you're going to boost up. In couple mode, as you're going in one direction, if you move the mouse, it will tailor it back down. Take you back down to your top SEM mode unless you lower the throttle. Okay, again, to boost up to get to your fastest speed, you're just going to hold shift. And then to stop, throttle down. Now notice, I'm not as responsive when you're flying that fast. So be careful as you're flying through space, and you need to make adjustments. You need to lower your speed, obviously. You need the appropriate speed for your flight and what you're trying to do. So again, to boost, and you don't have to be at 100% to boost. You could be at 37%. Boost up, let go. It'll come back down as you maneuver. So we did modes, we did ship interface, we did flight movement. We talked about nose control. So let's talk about coupled versus decoupled. So as we're moving through,
alert. Head.
Yeah.
Proximity alert. Starboard.
So as we're moving through space, okay.
Proximity alert.
And let's just
Port.
keep it at
proximity alert. Deck.
50% speed, right? And we hit C. Let me get out of that planet so you can see it. There you go. Right now we're flying uncoupled. What this does is those safety measures to keep your nose or your directional heading, the way of your nose, have now been turned off. And so what that does is lots of things. A, you're 10 times more maneuverable. You can do some really crazy looking stuff, right? Bad part is it's very hard to get back to center if you don't know what you're doing. So again, you strafe right, it doesn't come back. You're going to continue going that direction unless you counter thrust. I fly like this when I'm trying to get somewhere quickly, and this is let me get to the edge of space here, or the edge of the map for the electronic access. Let's do a 180. Alright, so I'm throttling all the way up. When I move around, my nose heading's the same, but my speed lowers very slowly. Now let me just come back to coupled. Show you the alternative. So now I'm in, I've got some more safety measures on. Let's do a 180. Okay. Let's boost all the way up. With this, you have to hold shift to keep it at max speed. And as soon as you let go or move, it's going to try to bring you back. Okay, so uncouple, and you can go as fast or slow as you want to. Coupled, a little bit more safety measures. So let's talk about firing rockets. So as you're dogfighting and such, you're going to lock with the middle mouse wheel. You're going to tap the button to lock, hold down to release. So for quantum drive, you're going to hit B to look at all the places that you could travel, and I'll show you this in the PU for an example, or I'll cut scene and go to the PU. You'll hit B, then to pick on where you're going, the ring will pop up, and you hit F, and boom, there you go. For targeting, to target hostile targets, you press T. That'll bring up the closest bastard near you that you want to kill, right? Y is going to let you toggle targets. U is going to let you toggle... shit. I don't use U that often. That's cycle friendly. And then I for all targets. Usually I just use I. When I jump into a sector, I hit I. But you can cycle friendly targets. O is to cycle your pin targets, and then P is to pin targets. I use pin for anybody that's friendly, or mostly for the people that I play with, say they're in my T-Speak or whatever. I pin them just so I know who they are, and then I can look at other people besides them. Now let's talk about landing. So basic flight mechanics. They got a couple landing pads here, so I would suggest if you're a new player, come into the Arena Commander, come into single player, just fly around one of these maps. This is Broken Moon, where they have Dying Star. So as we approach the landing pad, and this is actually the bottom, so let's stop. Get to the landing pad side. Okay, so we have pads 5 through 8 here. Okay, so we're here, we're ready to land. We're going to tap N.
Landing gear deployed.
Start moving towards the pads. Now you see that little icon that popped up over the 8? If I hit I, it should change, but I think I'm too close to it. It won't change to anything else. Say I want to land at 7. It looks like it's automatically doing it. That's different than my Hornet, for sure. My Hornet I have to pick. This is automatically doing it. That's cool. So you're going to fly over the pad, get as close to this icon as you can.
Approved.
Once you get the little dude telling you that you've been approved, you're going to hold N. That's going to hold it until autopilot is activated, and then let go. And it's going to land for you. I'd suggest doing this for now until you get more comfortable and landing manually yourself, because you can A, mess your ship up, and then 2, sometimes it's a little bit slower for new players. So you've landed. To get out of your ship, you're going to hold F down. It's like for a second or 2, and you're going to get out of your seat. Alright YouTubers, that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not a citizen, a star citizen, please join. Costs you nothing to have an account. Yes, to have a game package, but it doesn't cost you anything to have an account. Get on the forums, read stuff, check stuff out. The 2.6 changelogs are down there. Learn what's changed. Also, look what's not been developed yet. Look what bugs are still there so you don't get frustrated. The production schedule report, it's updated. 2.6.1 looking right around the corner. Pretty awesome. As well as down below, I put the key bindings for 2.6. It's in a PDF that Kelvin made that I found on the forums. Pretty awesome stuff. Good job, man. And be pretty nice for new players to have that up on one side so you don't have to keep going in and out of the options screen. So please like and subscribe. Shoot me a comment below, and I'll catch you all next time.